All lives won't matter until Black Lives Matter. As a child, I've been called nigger just walking in my own neighborhood. My life didn't matter then. As an adult, I still have to prove myself regardless of the degrees and certifications that I've earned because of the color of my skin. I can't speak up for myself or be serious or assertive because I would be deemed an angry Black woman because of the color of my skin. I have to hear about my nephews being told they can't be children, 7 and 11 years old, and curtail their energy, their joy in life, because somebody might see them as a threat if they get too physical. Or worse yet, someone with hate in their heart might lie and say they're a threat and put their life in danger. As an African American, this country does not put worth on my life, my family's life, and it's sad. All lives won't matter until Black Lives Matter. My name is Georgette Bradford. I'm a member of UHW. I am a sister, a daughter, an aunt, a niece, a cousin, a friend, a coworker, and my life matters.
So the theme for this year's Black History Month Festival is a call to the ancestors, return of the child. Special guest today, Oluwo Dr. Shola Gbade Kukuola, the President, International Council for IFA Religion. Come along, sir. Baba. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Good day, everyone at home, both in Yoruba land and in the diaspora. All over the world, good day to you.
Celebration of history, celebration of our ancestry past, celebration of our present, celebration of our traditional cultural heritage. That is what Black history is all about. And what an honor. I'm just beyond excitement. I cannot say how I feel this present one, because I should say ecstatic. I'm just glad to be part of the ceremony here in Nigeria. Technology has changed everything. So we are being seen all over the world right now. We're doing it in conjunction with AFRAM, a wonderful women group based in the United States of America, owned by Americans. And of course, Fafa's Ed Models Foundation. What they're all about is just bringing support, sunshine, happiness into the lives of Black women and children all over the world, particularly in the United States of America. I want to appreciate your jets, Bradford, the president of AFRAM. I would equally want to say thank you so much to your Ifabole at the Science, the coming of this special program, and the president of Fafa's Ed Models Foundation. Thank you so very much.
My name is Shola Gbade Kukuola. We are celebrating the
Black History Month.
Black History Month. First of all, blackness is origin. Blackness is where it all begins. Blackness is Isheshe. Nothing comes out of light, they all came out of darkness. And they all came out of blackness. So we are the Black people. We are the root of civilization. We are the root of existence, not only civilization. And from what the elders say, the river is always purest at its source, at its origin. So as the river moves, it gathers some impurities, and the impurities are branched in every society of the world. So everybody who is anywhere in the world, their origin is in Africa, in Black Africa. That has been scientifically proven. We don't need to go into it again. But it shows that from the source, there is a lot of things that you can bring out of you. Part of what you can bring out is all the civilizations of the world. They come from Africa. There are certain branches of the knowledge of the philosophy of Africa. And that is what has been happening. But there are some occasions that our continuous existence was truncated some 600 years ago. That was when some of our brothers and sisters and our ancestors were shipped into other parts of the world to make sure that we call our forefathers in the name that they understand. And that is why the elders said, you cannot take part of the belongings of your mother and then make a mistake in how you dress.
Yes.
That is what our elders had said. This time around, yes, my own understanding of this is that there is no way we can do it without first of all apologizing to those who are in the diaspora today for the wrong that had been done inadvertently or advertently by the ancestors.
Yes.
And at the same time, besides that, there is the need for us to now ask them to come back home. Because this is where their DNA is rooted. This is where their origin is rooted. And I'm going to back this up by one Oduifa. It is Omoni on the right, Oshe on the left. In this Odu, there is one man called Mofe Shiri. Mofe Shiri means, I want to do good, I want to do evil in life. This person was the child of a very powerful parents. This child was inadvertently taken away from the parents and they sent the child elsewhere. So they were using the child and maltreating the child, mistreating the child the way they wanted. And it continued for a long time until this child now started to sing the praise song Uriki of his parents. That my parents are those who have 200 vassals. My parents are those who have ponies and horses. My parents are those who are blessed with all the riches of the world. Then the master asked, who is this your parent? And he mentioned the name of the parent. Then that one said, your parent is the great grandfather of my own parents. That if I had been maltreating you, it means that I had been doing something that is taboo. Go back home and tell your parents that it was inadvertent. We did not want to do that way, but we did it because we never knew. Now that we know that our ancestors here are the ancestors of all the races in the world, let our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, let them come back home. I'm not saying for them to come back permanently, but let them have something in their roots. From there, they can do whatever they like. And remember that because you are the offspring of those who are more powerful than all offspring, you are the offspring of those who are more honorable, who are more distinguished than all the other offspring in the world. This is where you can claim your rightful position.
Very useful. So I'll get to that piece between temple and house because I think that's really important too. Not only is what is the information that you're getting, but where are you getting it? And so when we speak of Ile Sheshe and how proud we are, I just said to a group there, I guess they're up in upstate New York preparing for a Nature Connection thing, and we go around and it's a longer story and another lesson about OB. You see all those coconuts there? Omi tutu, fresh in fresh water. Onatutu, fresh in the road. Ile tutu, fresh in the house. Tutu egungo, fresh in our ancestors. Hello, Damari, Ajuba, Boboy, Ku, Oluwa, Timbalese, hello, Damari, Rato, Mojuba, Shenigo, Mojuba, Maya, Mojuba, Baba, Leto, Mojuba, Oluba, Mojuba, Mojuba, Yachi, Abia, Gungo, Mojuba, Lodo, Mojuba, Yakege, Mojuba, Yalode, Mojuba, And so we have called them on our national level. Oh, you say, oh, what are all those names? They are some powerful. Just say that right off. That's our Egungun Alive. You have the chance to visit Oyatunji, you would be happy to know that here, the national ancestors of teachers. Teachers alive. Think about that in this Black History Month, African History Month, the Frederick Douglass, Paul Dunbar, you know, and the list is endless. Baba Alejo is who we call upon. We call upon the national forces that hold us. Huh? And so there you have Baba Aleko Yaboni, the owner of magic. You'll hear more about that in Afunkunle's last song. And then we have Egun Yeye, my road. And I love, you know what I love about my road? They said she will run what's of that for women and children that are suffered any indignant or atrocity here on the earth. She will run to the courts of the heavens on their behalf. So I like mine too. And later you'll hear from yeah over the temple of the dead, because people say, does she cause that? No. So that's some of that woo-woo stuff. Or Yah is planet Pluto, the goddess of change, movement, how things transform and go from one beginning. A storm here, sunshine gonna come back out. Things are going, the flowers are gonna breathe more because of that storm. So, you know, she's that escort then from that earth life to the other life. Oh, yeah, I've seen. And so by our initiations, we call these forces. And then there are others. There's Mayegun, the red monkey. If you look on YouTube and go to any of the ancient Egungun parades, you will see a skull of a monkey on top of the Egungun. So there's plenty of stuff, but it doesn't mean it's scary. Trust me on this. If you just do the homework and say, well, why is it? And how's it connected? How do you connect the dots? This is what you want to do. So I'm going to go through it right quick so that we can just give you a full prescription where the phone will go off and you say, okay, I'm going to do that. I can rewind it. I can get that. You have to have water. We have at least 9 classes here. You have to have fire. Sometimes that's your candle. What color should I choose? Purple one. And then air is all around you. And we love incense. And not just any fruity tooty incense. You have to think into the homes of your grandparents and so forth like that. What did they like? Did they burn frankincense somewhere at Christmas time? Or go with something you know your family spirits know. How about that? See, mine is patchouli. Remember the love patchouli. The minute I put some patchouli on Corona and showed up. Okay, and so we got all those, and then earth. And the earth makes it good because when you bring potted plants, that's an easy place for you to pour off the water, because guess what? These are not staying here till the dust collects. You change these waters as waters break. When we changed these waters this morning, they took all that was stagnant in there from yesterday and the day before and the day before. Okay, and then you say a little prayer. No, it won't sound like mine. Just say a little prayer. You know, above and below. You know, who's in need in the family. These things are important. I don't have to tell you how COVID is in our communities. Okay, that door is hush, you know. Huh? What they call that door? Revolving door. You know, you go through the banks and you. Huh? Souls in and out, in and out, in and out. So the least that you do. You know, when people begin for me, they say, I need all that. No, you can start with 1 glass, 1 candle, and Mama or Grandmama's Bible. Open it to the 91st Psalm and see if some don't take off. So I'm glad that y'all were here today. I hope we have more lessons through Eula Greeks Academy. I'm so excited. I just can't even tell you. Again, you see that Egon Yeye, where we look after the mothers and the children. We knew Fafa. We babysat Fafa, just like we know this daughter here. And so to see that their mother has flown away, but her daughter remains to continue the legacy. As when I fly away, I am so thankful to have children under me that can pick up that baton to you.
Calling on our ancestors. This is for our ancestors. Calling on our ancestors. Cause we need you boys in this great time of shifting. Can we regain our
ancestors. Let's call our ancestors, ancestors.
Calling on us.
Ancestors, ancestors. They wish you more.
That connection. Ooh, that grandmama smile. That story about back in the day. Oh, grandma. Your aunties, your cousins, everyone. And your family tree. Oh, they're all right here beside you. From the leaves to the branches, down to the roots. Oh, it's all in you, calling on
Our
us.
ancestors, ancestors. Ancestors, ancestors.
Calling on us.
Ancestors, ancestors.
We need you
Oh.
more. So we give thanks for those that sowed so we could reap. We give thanks for those that dug the wells so that we could drink. We know that we can see far across the cosmos, so we stand on the shoulders of giants.
Ashe.
We give thanks for those who gave us our names, gave us our virtues, our values, who cleared and paved the way. So I invite you to just make some noise. Who your peoples? Call your peoples in.
Ade Fumi, Ade Soji, Akin Shegun, F1 Tola, Mazik, Watson, Brown, Denning, Smalls, Gresham, Sands, Parrish.
We're calling you in.
Yes, we are.
We're calling you in. We're calling you in. We're calling you in. Hey, you rhythm in the good by I go. Are you listening? Hey, you rhythm in the song by I go. Are you listening? Hey, you rhythm in the I go. Are you listening? Talk to the son of Jimbe, 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 Jimbe. Hey, talk to the son of 808. Talk to the son of NBC. Talk to the son of MP3. We need your majesty, please. Calling on our
Ancestors, ancestors.
calling
Ancestors, ancestors.
on our
Ancestors, ancestors.
we
We
need
need
you.
you
One time,
more.
say it like you mean it.
Cause all our ancestors, ancestors.
This is for our
Ancestors. All our ancestors, ancestors.
we need you.
Come on. Cause all our ancestors, ancestors.
This is
To
for
our ancestors, ancestors.
calling on our
Ancestors, ancestors.
'cause we need your voice.
Écouchez, écouchez, oh, écouchez, oh, écouchez. Adufwe, poupo. We're calling our ancestors, and that's what we're doing. We give them remembrance. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And the greatness and the great shoulders that we stand upon, we must finish what they started. Remember, our journey has just begun. For every inch that we take, don't forget, we still have 1,000 more steps to take. And we've just only took an inch and half of a foot of a step. Do recall these. So when you're calling on your ancestors, remember, they give you strength, they defend you, they shield you. This was taken from us. Don't forget, everybody else gets to pray to their ancestors, and that's not an issue. But when we pray to our ancestors, we consider evil and dark. Why is that? Because we have the true ancestors. We are the original people of this planet. We carry the true magic. So many will be upset. Of course, it's something that you can't have and you can't hold and you can't ascertain or entertain, and therefore you are mad and don't want no one to have it. And so they made sure that we couldn't have it. But unfortunately, we went underground. And fortunate for us and our people and the ancestors that we had, who would not take no, and who would not take beatings, who didn't care if they'd be cut down, shot down, whatever. They kept passing on those secrets to make sure we are sitting here today in America, in the land that we came as chattel slaves. Remember, we couldn't hold our own name, let alone wear our own clothes, let alone sing our songs and sit close together without the thumb of another. A righteous gift that was given to us by God, the flesh of man took from us. So do recall this. So when we sit with our ancestors, significance of this is we've had ancestors, and us in this room, we can all say we had an ancestor who didn't have the right to have anything, not even their own name. So just remember that the gracious gift that we have. So a lot of times our roads are hard, but remember, without them, it would be even harder. So I want to tell you guys to Ile Isheshe, Olubumi Adesoji Academy. You guys are all welcomed for all being here. This is a house of love. This is a house of peace. This is a house of light. This is a house of knowledge. And so here on my father's ascension, so this weekend in Oyetunji, this sets the road, this opens the gate, and it starts the lighting ceremony and the egunguns.
Welcome to the program Memorable Memories, or Yinka Kwaramole's blog, shown all over the world, but this was specifically to celebrate the person. Wonderful, beautiful, pretty, tall, lanky, brilliant Georgette Bratson. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on your program. I am so honored to be a part of this today.
It is, we are making history. Welcome. Well, wonderful people watching me from wherever you are. I'm being joined here by Georgette Bratson, and that's the president of African American Caucus, popularly known as AFRAM. I've heard so much about AFRAM over the years. And what an honor for me to be associating with AFRAM this present point in time. Congratulations on all those wonderful achievements that you have recorded.
Thank you so much. We're trying really hard to make a difference.
Okay. My name is Yinka Paramole Shabi. For those just joining us, a while ago we celebrated Black Emancipation Day, otherwise known as Black History Month, with AFRAM and Fafa's Earth Mothers Foundation. But in the past, or while growing up, because even we here in Nigeria, we felt your pain. We felt the need that we felt that you had to go through segregation, racism, injustice.
Unfortunately, yes, you would think in this far in history, we wouldn't have to deal with those issues. Unfortunately, uh, racism has been built into the foundation of this country. As we know, this country was built on chattel slavery, the subjugation of our ancestors. And so it is hard to get past and turn back. One law, two laws, three laws are not going to change that. This isn't something that we can change with one Black president, but it's the beginning of work. It's the beginning of change. For us, for me, I feel, and I think many of our members in AFRAM feel, in order to make real change and to really mitigate the built-in institutionalized systemic racism in this country, as a country, we have to acknowledge what happened in slavery. As a country, we have to acknowledge what we did to a generation, generations of peoples. We have to acknowledge that we treated human beings, souls, as pieces of property, as animals. And I don't think this country has yet to fully come to terms with that. We have started to through the civil rights movement, and most recently through the protests during the George Floyd protests, but we're still not there. And I think some of the unrest that happened during the time of President Trump kind of proves that we have not gotten there yet. But the door is cracked a little bit more, and it is up to us and the generations that come after us. I'm here in America to push that door open and keep walking through in order to turn back the damage that's done to our people who were brought here against their will to the country and built this country. Well, through AFRAM, Our African American caucus is actually an African American caucus within my union. I'm a healthcare worker. I'm an
Okay.
ultrasound technologist. We are a union of upwards of 90,000 members, but within our union, we have our African American caucus. And the actual mission of our caucus is the advancement of those of African descent, not only within our union, but within our government and with our country. So
Okay.
our mission drives us to fight against those stereotypes, to work towards better means of education in our communities, make sure that there is no disparities, which can be seen in regards to healthcare and economics in the Black communities and communities of color. So these are all the things that as AFRAM, we've been trying to do within our union and then also outside of our union. And this year we really focused on the effects of the corona pandemic within the African American community, and then also the criminal justice reform and need for criminal justice reform in this country. And those are two things that we have really moved forward with in AFRAM this year, even despite having to be sheltered in place and socially distanced and doing everything virtually. We've been very successful in the projects we've done this year. We're excited and we're looking forward to expanding that work in 2021.
That's great. I want to congratulate you once again for being part of the Black History Month, Black Emancipation Day celebration that we had on Monday. And you know that we have presented a very beautiful drum. We have put together, produced a very beautiful branded, corporate, personalized drum for you. This is a call to the ancestor. Ba-bam, ba 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 bam. You are telling the whole world that Africa, here I come.
Come home to Mama Africa.
Come home to Mama Africa. Well, you wouldn't have been able to achieve all the success that you achieved since you climbed the stool as the president of African American AFRAM caucus. We would like you to seize this opportunity to appreciate all those people that have stood by you, all the members that had always been there, and all those organizations like 5% Mothers Foundation that has supported AFRAM over the years.
Yeah, I want to definitely thank my executive board. We have been a team since day one. We would not have been able to do any of this work without each other. Not one of us is above any other. We have different offices, but we are all equal. My vice president, DeBrew Jackson, our treasurer, Rashida Anthony, our secretary, Terry Ridgeway Almos, our Sergeant of Arms, Darren Tree Wallace, our parliamentarian, Elisa Underwood, our historian, Connie Taylor Smith, and our chaplain, our beautiful chaplain, Dolly Lee, sorry. And I want to also thank the support that we have had from our local union president, David Reagan, our vice president, Stanley Lyles, our division directors who have supported AFRAM, Shakri Ben Said, Hortensia, our Kaiser division director, Vicki Jackson. Our membership, we cannot do anything without the support and the love of our membership. So I thank you again, all AFRAM members. I am so excited about the work we've done and the work that we are going to do moving forward. And also, I'm excited to see how many of our members join us in a trip to Nigeria next year.
We cannot wait. Thank you so very much for being there. Wish you success in all your endeavor. We will be all out to watch you, monitor, and celebrate you, because what our program is all about is just positivity. So we promise that from time to time, all your contents, all your footages, and your exciting programs, we promise to always relay them on our blog. Thank you so very much, Georgette Brasson. Wonderful people. Yes. And I say good morning to you. This is evening here in Africa. This is evening in Nigeria, but I have to say good morning to you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Well, we've heard it. Very special presentation there by Babawa Dr. Oluwushola Badekokola. The theme for this year's Black Emancipation Day is a call to the ancestors, return of the child. We are saying that you can come home, that the opportunity is here in Africa. don't mind what you read or what's saturated in the social media until you come. You come first, and then you have a feel of what we have on the ground. After all, your great ancestral heads had this place. They were here.
I'm connected to you, you are connected to
them.
me.
Before they were forcefully taken away to work on the
and they will voluntarily come back home from the position of strength.
Okay.
That is what we are advocating.
That is what we are advocating. Wonderful people have been with Georgette Braxton. Georgette Braxton is the president of African American Caucus, better known as AFRAM. AFRAM is a huge organization with strong membership of people of timber and caliber, people that have grown in success in their chosen fields of endeavor. Should you be willing to be part of it, just get in touch with them. Do you have any?
We have a Facebook group. We do have a Facebook group, and they can just search UHW AFRAM on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel, which will start to be populated with more and more videos. And actually, we are going to be uploading the Call to the Ancestors on the US side with the footage from Nigeria as well shortly. And we also have an Instagram page as well. So please feel free to search us and join or follow.
Thank you so very much for being there. Thank you so very much for watching us. AFRAM wish you success now and forever. That's my name. Now we're signing off from Africa, Nigeria. Bye now.
Thank you.
Let us be Afrocentric. Let our ancestors do everything for us because they are ready to do it. All what we need to do is to help ourselves first.
Till next time when we shall come your way, congratulations and happy Black History Month. That is my name. Bye now.